Alright, so effective clear for Promenade. We're going to be using Shaped Promenade because Promenade's a pretty good map to shape, in all honesty. Um, this one has reduced flash charges, which can be a little rough for us since we're Pathfinder and we rely on flash uptime, but we should have enough that it's not a problem, as long as we're killing stuff quickly. So, let's get this rolling. Now, Promenade has a Promenade and Colonnade. Both have a lower level to them. And upper levels. They have levels. And that's where it gets real tricky for trying to find the most effective way to clear it, because you don't want to miss the packs in there. So what I like to do is I'll often try to go as high as I can on the levels, like you'll see right now. Start off here, I went up. And keep an eye on the lower levels, make sure you have them revealed, and we're going to kind of do our trusty old zigzag method back and forth. Statues are annoying as hell on this map, so you do want to run past them because they're probably going to turn into enemies. If you see just kind of two statues like that and you'd have to go out of your way to activate them, it's probably not worth your time. But, you know. So we went back up, hit the dead end, came back down. So far we haven't really had a lot of lower level nonsense, but it will happen. So now we're going to go back up, look around a little, find some enemies. We're going to go back down, activate some statues, continue, and just skipped one statue behind me, but we're not too concerned about backtracking for one statue. Back up, that was a dead end. I should have saw that before I ran up there. Go back up. Pop a box. Go back down. More of these darn statues. So if you really have your map pool is not an issue and you're just trying to blitz through it as quick as possible, you can totally avoid the statues by just not running near them. And as long as they haven't activated, your monsters remaining shouldn't get affected. Which, you know, if you want to just kind of, you still want to check your monsters remaining at the end. Make sure you have a good clear going. I didn't reveal this corner, so we're just going to dip in real quick, and yep, there was stuff in there. Okay, let's go back up. Go back down. And the main concept that we're going for here is going to be the same with really any of our effective map clears, in the sense that you want to just reveal as much of the map as you can, ideally all of it, while still having a generally smooth run through while minimizing your backtracking. And there might be a little bit here and there, like we'll dip in this corner, back out, you know, we'll waste a second or two. But for the sake of getting everything, it's worth it. We got a ledge, we'll come up to the ledge, take a quick peek, nothing, come down. Just activated a whole bunch of statues. And one interesting note with the statues too is in a hallway kind of situation like this, it's not great to just walk in a little, fight them, walk in a little, fight them. You can try and blitz through the whole thing. It takes them a second to actually activate and come down off their little pillars. So you blitz through the whole thing, and then at the end you start fighting them. This way they'll condense up and group up a little, make it easier to AoE them down faster instead of a whole bunch of individual fights. We're gonna go up our platform, down to the floor, go back up, activate some statues.
My mana is gone.
Back down. Coliseum map, sweet. I believe I'm fighting a boss right now. I am. So these bosses, the boss on this map, yeah, these I could say. One's melee. Ooh, Maze of Minotaur, nice. One's melee smacks you in the face, the other's range the caster, but these lightning fields, they just wore off. But those circular lightning shock effects on the ground, that is exactly what you think in the worst way. It's shocking ground, while you're standing on it, you will take 50% increased damage from all sources, meaning the way those two enemies are supposed to work, and by the way, 2 monsters remaining, that was a beautiful clear, and we even remember one of the two from in the beginning. But the way those two bosses work is the lightning one will typically drop that shocking ground all over the place, while the melee one can then hit you for a crap ton of bonus damage, and it actually makes a really good tag team. But you might have noticed what I did on that one was, as soon as I noticed the boss fight was happening, I pulled away, let the melee one come after me, dropped him nice and quick, and then fought the lightning one. This way it's a lot easier to just kind of run out of whatever lightning zone she creates and then beat her up, instead of doing that while getting smacked by the melee boss, because then it's going to be a problem. That's pretty much it. Promenade, that was the shape version, but I believe the normal version's the exact same layout, just, you know, lower levels. There wasn't the ground level on that. There can be another level of ground that gets a little annoying when it's 3 levels instead of we pretty much only had 2. But it's generally going to be the same concept, just a lot more zigzagging. Colonnade does it too, where you might have to run left and right a lot to really make sure that you're efficiently clearing it, do that good old-fashioned zigzag pattern. But the point is that with these methods, you won't end up at the end of the map, kill the boss, and then find yourself with more than 50 monsters remaining, and then have to run all the way backwards, try to find what you missed, or have to make the decision on if it's worth running back or not for those mobs, and then potentially miss something good, like a nice T15 drop, or even a maze. So that's not a great example because the boss drops 2 levels higher, but you get the drift. And that's it.